Good morning. This is Shri here with the day 9 of the Australian Open recap. Uh, the Australian Open recap has finally got to the quarterfinal phase for the men's, and we saw some very impressive victories yesterday or today with Carlos defeating Kekmanovic. I think Kekmanovic was after a very tough five-setter with Tommy Paul, where he saved match points. I think two match points. Carlos was just too much for him. 6-4, 6-4, 6-0 in the third set. I mean, just a classic display of hitting some drop shots and just raw power that Kekmanovic had a lot of trouble getting back to Carlos. So with that, Carlos will face Zverev, who came up with a very impressive victory. He was up 2-1. Nori came back, tied him, and then they had to go to a fifth set, which went all the way. It went to the tiebreaker, and but Zverev was too good. He's been playing really good, and I'm actually looking forward to the Zverev Alcaraz quarterfinal. I mean, they've played each other. Carlos has mentioned that Zverev is someone who's given him a lot of problems, so it's going to be interesting to see those matches. But in the meanwhile, the other matches that we had yesterday, Hercax beat Kazaa from France. Impressive victory. I mean, he won two sets in tiebreaker. First one went a little longer, went 8-6 in the tiebreaker, but Hercax definitely put on his jets and beat Kazaa in the second, much easier in the tiebreaker, and the third set wrapped up 6-4. And then Medvedev played the Portuguese player Borges, and Medvedev had a little bit of letdown in the third set. I mean, Borges came back and won, but Medvedev being Medvedev, so tough to, probably one of the best return of serves that we have in the tour right now, and he just won 6-1, completely demolished Borges in the fourth set. And then a little tough for the Australian, Diminar. Rublev was down 2-1, but just dropped 3 games on his way to an 3 games for over the next 2 sets to win in 5 sets. So with that, what we have to look forward to is a big match tonight. For most of the East Coast, it'll probably be at 10:30, Djokovic and Taylor Fritz. This is going to be a very interesting matchup, unless someone shows the mental fortitude of Djokovic. I don't see Fritz beating him. Fritz has actually been playing well. He's actually won some very tough matches in this Open, beating Tsitsipas as well. But to me, Djokovic is on another planet right now. And then tomorrow, we'll have Sinner and Rublev, Hercax and Medvedev, Zverev and Alcaraz. I mean, they couldn't have scripted it better. You do have the top 6 players in the world all in the quarterfinals. And then you have Hercax and Fritz, who are 9 and 12. So the top 12 players are in the quarterfinals. Couldn't have asked for anything better from a matchup standpoint. In the case of women's has been a little interesting because we had a lot of seeds out. I mean, Iga is out. We still have Sabalenka, obviously. Rybakina is out. Jabeur is out. So it's going to be Pegula is out. So it's going to be very interesting. Right now, for the quarterfinal, we have Noskova playing Yastremska, who actually beat Azarenka. The Azarenka run came to an end. Yastremska has been very good. She's already taken down a lot of seeds right now. So she's definitely playing well. I think Sabalenka playing tomorrow, I believe, against Krejcikova. But it's going to be interesting. This is, I would say right now, this is Sabalenka's Australian Open to lose. I mean, this could be back to back for her if she's able to sustain this. Um, and the other impressive victory is for Kalinskaya, Russian Kalinskaya. She's actually played really well over this Open. I think the future is bright for her. And there's one more person from a U.S. standpoint I wanted to bring up. I was a little quick for Sabalenka, but Coco Gauff is still around. She's the last Grand Slam winner, still present uh, in the round right now. I mean, she won the U.S. Open. So I think this is Sabalenka and Coco Gauff. I think the battle is between them, but who knows if anybody would come on the men's side. Really excited to see these quarterfinal matchups. With that, we wrap up the day 9 of the Australian Open. Thank you so much for listening.